everyone, it's Sanni. This is another hooded eyes tutorial. Now I get asked a lot about how to use color when you've got hooded eyelids, because the problem is, especially if you have very hooded eyelids, when you look kind of straight on, when you're looking at yourself in the mirror like I am right now, you can't see the color, so you don't feel that vibrant pop of color if you've just done it on the moving part of the eyelid, and it's not very attractive, you know, if you continue the color all the way to the eyebrow. It's a very editorial look and to be used with caution in real life. So if you've got very hooded eyelids, I came up with a couple of tricks that actually make you feel like you're wearing lots of color without saturating the eye with tons of color. So I concentrate more on the inner corner, lash line, and then use a complementary color on the outer corner and kind of in the crease, so that it all kind of ties together. It'll make sense once I walk through the tutorial. But this isn't by any means, so I am using as my kind of main pop of color, I'm using MAC's Parfaot Amour because I love it, but this look works with any kind of color combination. So you could use greens, you could use turquoise, you could use a bright vibrant gold, anything like that. It's just about where you place the bright color and where you place the more neutral colors. And at the end of the video I'll just walk you through what I have on the rest of my face. The rest of my face is super simple. If I've got a little pop of color on my eyes, I don't like to go crazy with the rest of my face, so I'm just gonna zoom into the eyes and we'll get started. I'm just priming my eyes with a little bit of Lorax eye primer and just going all the way to the inner corner as well. I'm then using Benefit Highbrow, and I'm just doing the inner corner, kind of like just under the eye here, the inner corner, and blending it with my finger. You could use NYX Milk, would be great for this as well. I just don't have it here right now. It just kind of creates a blanker area, or like a more neutral area on the inner corner of the eye where we're going to put a big pop of color. Next, go for a neutral tone. I've got MAC's Quarry and Kid here. I think I'm actually going to use Kid. It's a slightly warmer color, and I'm using a MAC 217, and I'm just doing my eyelid up to my socket. If your eye is very hooded and you don't really have a socket, just look straight in the mirror and go just above, just ever so slightly above what you can see. And this is just a really neutral canvas. Choose the color depending on your skin tone. As you can see, it's a little bit darker than my skin tone, but it's very light still. And don't go all the way to the inner corner of the eye, just kind of go almost, but then blend it out. And I'm taking what's left of my Brule, which isn't very much, and my Suku Amazing Blending Brush, and I am just doing my brow bone. This is just to kind of blend everything out, not really seeing any color whatsoever. I'm taking MAC's Phloof, and this is a, well, it's a very pale pink. It's almost a white, but it reflects pink. So I am putting that in the area where our bright color, well, this is actually going to be in a slightly larger area than our bright color is going to go, and I'm going to take it under as well. And then just kind of blend it into that neutral tone. So we're going in for the color. This is MAC's Parfaot Amour. I love this color. It is a very cold purple. It's like a lilac color, and it reflects a little bit of pink, and I just love it. And I'm using the MAC 239 tiny little brush, and I am gonna go just in the inner corner of the eye, and I'm just patting the color very, very gently in, and also take it under. I'm going to take any kind of fixing spray, or you could even just use water. And I'm spraying my brush. This is just to add a really intense little tiny bit of color on the inner corner. I don't want to use a wet color all over, because I don't want it to be, let's say, I don't want the blue to blend into my skin tone. I want there to be a little bit of that floof in between. Because when you're using blues and purples, when you blend into the skin tone, it can kind of result in a rather unattractive kind of green, olivey shade. So I just use this as the very last thing on top. So now you've got like that pop of intense bluey lilac in the inner corners of the eyes. I'm lining the eye using the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner, and the reason why I'm using this is it gives a tiny, like insanely fine line, and it stays put. So I am just doing my lash line, nothing else. There isn't like a liner thing to this. I'm then going to take MAC's Deep Damson. It's an amazing color, and MAC 217, I'm actually using the same one I used before. I'm going to go into my crease. If you don't have one, look straight ahead and place your brush kind of just at the outer top corner where your lower lash line would go. Place it there and then just start building a so-called fake crease. And I chose Deep Damson. It is a plummy color, but it's still quite a neutral because I wanted something on the top lids that is complementary to the like main color that I chose. So it is in the Plums palette, but not too bright here. I didn't want the brightness to be part of the where my actual hood is. I don't like to add bright color there. It doesn't look attractive with a hooded eye. I'm switching to a smaller brush. This is the Louise Young 38A, one of my favorite brushes. And so I'm just deepening the crease. So I'm doing a smaller outer V and I'm connecting it to the lash line. And I'm just making that really the outer part just deeper. And I'm also going to continue a little bit under. I'm going back to the 217 and just softly blending the color towards the middle of the eyelid, like really, really softly. Because there's quite different colors going on here. I don't want the edges to be too obvious. And onto the middle part of the lid, I'm going to put MAC's Shale. I'm taking a clean 217, and Shale is one of my most used colors. This is just going to kind of connect the two colors together. I'm taking Makeup Forever 11L and I'm doing my lower lash line. Now you could do this as bright as you like. With Makeup Forever pencils, you always need to really warm it up first. Once they get going, but you really need to warm it up. But I've chosen a purple. I was kind of contemplating a turquoise as well, but I want to keep it to the kind of purple lilac family. Now after you've done the liner, you can judge a little bit better. I'm going to add a little bit of that Parfaot Amour onto my lash line, connecting it with the Deep Damson. Then a little bit of mascara. I'm using Smashbox Full Exposure. I'm only doing my lower lashes because I have lash extensions, but obviously you would do your top lashes as well. This is the first time I'm using this mascara, so I can't tell you if I like it or not. It seems good, but the proof will be in the pudding. Let's see if it kind of smudges under my eyes. I don't know yet. So that's the look finish. On the rest of my face, I've got the Lumene CC cream in medium. Love this stuff. Covers really well for a CC cream. And then under my eyes, I've got the, what is this called? Undercover Pot UC2 by Laura Mercier. So it has my under eye concealer, then this is for my spots. This is London, like constant sirens. And then a little bit of powder underneath that I used on my under eye area. Then on my face I used the Rimmel Stay Matte powder in translucent. My blush today is Revlon's 003 Mauvelous, how do you say this? Mauvelous, I think that's how you say it. I think it's meant to be marvelous and mauve together. And I've got the tiniest bit of Park Avenue Princess by Tarte. And oh yeah, I do have a highlighter. I've been using this so much recently. It is MSF Soft and Gentle. And on my brows I have Fling and, where is the other one? The Shu Uemura Eyebrow manicure. I love this stuff as well. And on my lips I just have NARS's matte lip, what is it called? Velvet matte lip pencil in Sex Machine. And that is it. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great weekend, and I will see you again soon. Oh yeah, and happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, if you're watching this on the day that it goes out. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Bye.